What makes you smile? What song or
What
artist?
song? I'm gonna go with As the Sirens Are Blaring. You know, that song really is the one. I'm gonna go with Phineas is an amazing artist. You know Phineas, he is Billie Eilish's
Billie
older
Eilish,
brother,
yeah.
produced, incredible artist. He has a record called Let's Fall in Love for the Night, and it's just like a beautiful, beautiful love song. And every time I hear it, it kind of makes me, like, gives me butterflies inside.
And then my last one, I think I'm going to ask you, what song just totally makes you let go? Makes you want your friends around you, you want to have a moment, and it's just like, this is the song, this is our jam, this is what we're putting on.
Good question.
Maybe like an anthem?
I'm going to go with Don't Start Now, Dua Lipa, right now. That's all that just, like, really gets us going.
Brilliant. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I also really like your fans because they've made my job very easy right now.
I like them so much, too. They're the best.
So we put the call out for them to slide into our DMs. They slid in. They've got some great questions for you.
Great.
So the first question I'm going to ask you, this one comes from Alandra Danellis. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Alandra Danellis. Okay. What was it like growing up Latina on a popular Disney show?
Great question. When I was on Descendants, I guess I was already I was 22. So that was cool to be able to, you know, kind of be like a formed young woman by the time I entered this world and fame and such. So I'm grateful for that I had like a normal upbringing up until then. Being you know, part Hispanic, it was always so beautiful to see how it was so embraced, and it was I don't know, something that wanted to be celebrated, and yeah, I was proud to be, you know, I think of the cast, one of the only or the only, you know, part Hispanic actress. But yeah, it was always amazing. And my favorite part was, you know, I was born in Miami, but my parents raised my sister and I speaking both English and Spanish. English was our first language, but we grew up speaking Spanish fluently. So whenever I would go on press tour, I would travel to Spain, or I would travel to Mexico, Argentina, and the best part was being able to speak in Spanish to fans and connect in that way. It was just different, you know, when you get to speak in their own language, the connection was just, it was just deeper. So that was probably my favorite part.
I learned Spanish when I was speaking to Maluma, and I think I've got a lot more practicing to do. So I've got a long way to go.
Just call me and we'll work it out. I'll help you.
We can keep working on it. This one comes from Bailey Grace.
Okay.
Who is your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration, I would say, first of all, my mom. My mom, in every sense of the word, she's just the most incredible heart I've ever known. She's just, there are no words to describe her. So she's my inspiration for everything, the kind of woman I want to be, the kind of heart, the strength, compassion, how she gives just so beautifully. She introduced me to UNICEF and all that. So my mom, number one. And then growing up, in terms of like inspirations in the business, I always grew up admiring Audrey Hepburn and Cher. Audrey Hepburn, my mom also introduced me to, and, you know, I grew up hearing about her work with UNICEF, and of course her fashion I immediately gravitated to, and she's kind of always my icon in the fashion sense. And now working with UNICEF and being involved in that, it's, and she also was a Revlon ambassador, global ambassador, and now
congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. So Audrey and Cher, I used to grow up and like watch Cher's concerts on my TV screen and be like, that's what I want to be when I grow up. And her films, everything, she's just incredible.
Saturday night, it's going to be a special night.
Yeah.
This one comes from Buffy2_0. Okay. My kids want to know if there will be a Descendants 4.
That's a great question. You know, I'm always so moved by people always asking about the franchise continuing, because it really is so beloved, and I feel like it grows every day more. I couldn't imagine doing it without Cameron. So I don't, who knows what the future will hold, but I think it would be a difficult thing to do without Cam. But, you know, I really appreciate you guys wanting it to continue. It really is such a beautiful world, and the possibilities are endless.
And final question from your great fans out there. This is Ali Bryan 89. Okay. What advice would you give teens that you wish you would have known when you were younger yourself?
Advice that I would give teens that I wish I had known when I was younger myself. I guess I would say, and you know, I think it's things that I heard growing up too, but it's knowing that the words like you are more than enough are so true. Just know that you are enough. Your beauty really truly does lie inside. And, you know, growing up can be a hard thing sometimes, but I don't know, just believe in yourself, believe in your beauty, fight for your dreams, and yeah, and just always, always believe that and hold on to that, I would say.